Alright, so recently I was watching a video on YouTube and it had to do with some of the reasons why atheists don't believe in God's existence. And what he was saying was he was going through all of these different kinds of mythological beings or creatures and saying, well, hey, I don't believe in unicorns, I don't believe in Santa Claus, I don't believe in flying spaghetti monsters, I don't believe in all of these things which can't be proven. So why should I believe in God? Why should I believe in the Christian God? Why should I believe that God even exists at all? And so, yep, that's the argument. That's one of the arguments. And I get that, there's no evidence for flying unicorns. There's no evidence for the mythological version of Santa Claus that gets portrayed at Christmas. There's no evidence for flying spaghetti monsters. But there is evidence for intelligent design. And this is where a lot of atheists go wrong. They say that there's no evidence for an intelligent designer. And probably the biggest argument I've come across when explaining and trying to understand why they believe there's no evidence is the bad design that they see. They see a very bad design. They see the fact that maybe, for example, the human eye. Some people say, well, the octopus has a better eye than a human eye. Why would God, make a better eye for the octopus than a human if he loves us so much and if we're his children? And so this is the kind of thinking that people have. And yeah, I can see where they're coming from if they think that the eye of the octopus is better than the eye of the human. And I don't know for sure whether that's the case or not. But at the end of the day, even a bad design doesn't negate the necessity for a designer. Even things that are badly designed were designed. Even things that are badly designed were still designed. There's still a designer, And when you look at a bad design, you can either approach that with and interpret that bad design in two ways. Either it was intentionally designed the way it was, and it's bad, or maybe it was designed better and it became worse through some other kind of process that intervened. And so you've got those options, but the option you don't have is that it wasn't designed. It still was designed. So the atheist, they're in a predicament. They're in a real predicament because there has to be a designer. The complexity of life demands a designer, and you can make the case that it was badly designed, but you can't make the case that it wasn't designed. So there's the problem. That's the issue. And I've never met an atheist who's able to adequately answer that question. And so as a Christian, I believe that deep down, we all intuitively know that there is a designer. You may disagree about who he is, or who she is, or what it is, but there is a designer. There is an intelligent designer. And we can approach the question again. You can look at the bad design, or you can look at from the Christian perspective. There was a fall that took place in the world. It wasn't intentionally designed that way. It was initially good, but it became bad through sin. There's all kinds of different ways to explain it. As a Christian, that's what I believe. But my challenge goes out to you atheists. How do you explain the complexity problem? There has to be a designer. So I'll leave that with you.